Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 4, Week 10, Day 6, second to last day of the campaign. If you still want to finish it out to get all the rewards, don't forget to finish it out, as tomorrow is the very last day for completing it out. So if you still want to get the Emperor, the Deo from the Season Pass and all that, definitely make sure to do so, as there's like, what, 30 hours left or so. But anyways, hope all of you have been doing good on the Gnome grind as well as this weekend. We got our first dozen. Hopefully we can get another dozen. But work on it. Got pretty lucky last night. Got ourselves an epic vault key, of course, which was pretty juicy. I had 5 PD keys, 6 normal keys, and 1 epic vault key. And it's pretty much what we're going to be doing the grind on there. I do need to go clear out the little thingies, though. But aside from that, oh yeah, we also got the orb. We should have the ward event done. And we got ourselves the shiny orb. You know it's a power. 100% chance. Power, go. Come on. Blue, power. Oh, boo. We got a green. That's the second green this week. One I accidentally did off stream. When I was upgrading one of the pets earlier, I did off stream on accident. Because I clicked claim all. And obviously that claimed the orb as well. But yeah, it was a green too. This is the second major green we've gotten in a row. Very unfortunate, but it happens. Oh, I keep clicking on the mail because it's flashing. I wish you looking at the mail made it red. Maybe if I click on each individual one, it'll stop flashing. Let's see, if I click on all 5, does it actually stop? Or is it going to keep flashing until I claim it? Yep, it's going to keep flashing until I claim it. How awful. Because it doesn't even have like a marked as red thing. I think these do, but these don't whenever they're in this category. But anyways, let's go clear out the little daily thingy things real quick. And then we'll go into Gnome grind. And go from there. But anyways, hello everyone! Hello Scout! Hello 2 Scoops! Hello Bacon! Hello Barbara! Hello Gerudo! Hello Alex! Hello Cookie! Hello Logic Slayer! Hello Scout! Hello hello Imperial! Hello DS! Hello everyone else! Welcome, welcome! Hope all has been well. Let's see. Is Mother of Darkness worth crafting over Ketris? I feel like in the current state of the game, yes. I personally, at this current moment in time, use Mother of Darkness more than I do Ketris. But it's also because we have different alternatives to Ketris. Oh, we already got a pet again. We did one right before the stream. It only had a few minutes left. I think it had like a 4-minute timer left on it or something. Luckily, Venetia, I think the world record for the team's like under 3 minutes. I think we average normally around like 4, slightly under 4. Oh, when it gets lucky, you can go super quick. Let's average it's close to like 3.5 or 4. Which is just enough time. I think we had like a minute to spare. But I don't need the crab. That one we will just completely ignore. Because I do not need it. Also, I put that one Puzzle Quest video I've been meaning to cover for a little while now up on the channel last night. I mean, not last night, this afternoon. Though it's probably going to have to be the last thing we cover on the game for a while. Because I don't know why, but my mic just does not want to work when BlueStacks is on. I'm not sure why that is. But something about BlueStacks and my mic just do not mesh. Hopefully it'll have a PC build for it soon. It definitely will before the end of the year. It's more so a matter of when. I'll take that for now. But hopefully it'll be able to get Puzzle Quest 3 situated soon. Not just for us making content on it, but also if they're done, or not done, but you know, if they get a majority of Puzzle Quest 3 done, they could use that time for Gems of War. Because there's some overlap between the two teams. Oh, you finally got Zuul'Goth! Congrats, great milestone. Absolutely fantastic milestone. Takes forever. That's great to finally have. Oh, so we almost just ran the entire event with Dust Devil. I'll take this one. Obviously, we have to change our team after this next battle. Otherwise, this is about to get very slow if we don't. To the Phoenicia! No, not that. That's weird. If you click on the trait stone in that screen, it actually shows you where you could farm it. That's kind of weird. I never noticed that. Does it do that for every resource, or just the trait stones? That's a weird property. I don't recall that being the case earlier. It's supposed to in the menu, but I didn't think it would in that menu. There we go. Alright, all cleared out. Getting a daily done simultaneously, oddly enough. I'm pretty sure I have the crab maxed. Yeah, we're just going to ignore the crab. Unless we want to get it out of the way in order to see our pity key number. I really wish they would fix the pet situation. It's so hard to get pets you don't own later in the game. We were looking at it earlier. We have about 1/4 of the pets not upgraded, not counting cosmetic pets. Like only about 1/4 of the pets that can possibly drop from whenever a pet gnome is active. Which makes it very rare that we actually see one we need. That means on average it could take anywhere from like 4+ hours before we find one we need. And of course you can only do 1 per hour, which is why it's like that. Alright, there we go. All that is cleared out the way. That's still the keys. You're not going to trick me this time. Not today. Or at least not again today. Okay. And now we can just go on the grinds. Get our gnomes. Also, Adventure Board does have chance at gnomes. But we did not get to see any. Let's go get a Dust Devil team and get the grind on. Hopefully we'll be able to get at least 20 keys this weekend. That's normally about the goal. Around there. It's a good approximate milestone for it. Some people like going to like 50 or something. Pretty sure. But I'm pretty happy with... I used to be happy with pretty much anything above 10, but that's like ultra easy to do these days. So now the milestone's normally like about a 20 or so. Anything above that, pretty happy with. Hello, Silo! Welcome. And I should have some time tomorrow to actually grind it out as well. Off stream. Yeah, luckily, if nothing else, at least there's a lot more ways to get Zuul'Goth now compared to when he was first released. There's just so many more opportunities for orbs, which is nice. Including all these Vault keys have orb chances too. We'll be opening them all tomorrow night. We normally do that as tradition at the end of Vault events lately. I do advise saving a bunch, especially if you're a free-to-play player, in order to save them for the Emperor in about 4 weeks from now. However, we're going to consume our keys down to 250. We started at 266. So basically we're going to open 16 keys plus whatever we got this weekend. That is the game plan. We're doing that tomorrow night though. So it should end up being at least 30 keys if not more. Though I will not be opening the Epic Vault keys. I'm still saving those. I'm not sure really what I'm saving them for, but I'm still saving those. Just in case. Currently, Epic Vault keys do not have a single drop that is exclusive to them. And it's very likely they will never get an exclusive drop. However, that's not to say they won't ever get an exclusive drop. And for that reason, I do hoard Epic Vault keys specifically as well. Just out of the extremely small possibility there is ever a drop that gets added to them that is only ever in that drop table. That's not currently the case, but you never know. And just in case, I want to save every one we ever get of them. So even though it's pretty hyped to get an Epic Vault key, I actually don't use them when we get them. I probably want to have at least 30, if not 50, before we start using them. We currently have 5, I think, or 6. Actually, isn't it 6? I think it was 5, and then we got it to 6 because of the other key. Oh yeah, I can't see it in this menu. That's kind of weird. You actually can't see it in that menu. You specifically have to go to your inventory to see how many Epic Vault keys you have, because they never updated the Vault menu to show Epic Vault key number. But yeah, we got 272 Vault keys, which will consume down to 250 tomorrow night, and we got 6 Epic Vault keys that we shall be hoarding forever. Well, not literally forever, but for some time. Thank you, Cookie. Yeah, we definitely need to cover more guides on the puzzle quest. The main thing I've been waiting for is the Steam release. Trying to record on BlueStacks is extremely annoying, both for streams and for just videos. And my mic seems to not want to work properly with it, which I could record the audio separately, but that would make things even more annoying because then I'd have to edit back in separately and just all that mess. Just over convolutes things. But luckily, you should have a Steam release in a couple months. They already have a dev build on Steam, but there's no publicly available version of the game on Steam yet. But as far as completing Chapter 15 in Puzzle Quest, barrier spam is probably your best bet. If you can get, though it's completely RNG if you end up getting it. But that's probably the main thing that helped me end up doing it. Not even necessarily that overpowered infinite stun stacking thing that existed before they nerfed it almost immediately because they saw my video. But there was plenty of other overpowered things. But the Dwarven Necklace in that game at Rare Plus, it has 10% barrier whenever you take a big gem of 3+ on it. And that can be pretty beneficial because it's a great way to barrier. Yeah, I do feel like Paladin and Assassin are a bit broken for the first run. The other three classes seem like they struggle a bit to get it done. But Paladin literally has infinite barrier, and Assassin has infinite damage. Not even in the sense that he stun locks, but quite literally he can just keep buffing his damage over and over again. It's pretty funny. I do have to say Paladin's probably the easiest to do it with, though. You just need to get a good starting board and take a bunch of yellow. And then just smite spam like crazy. And then you barrier spam like crazy. Oh, some event keys, nice. Not exactly the drop I want to see from him, but still a good one. If nothing else, every gnome progresses our pity key timer. You keep checking Steam in case of a shadow drop. I highly doubt it's going to be anytime soon. They're still in version 0.34, and they said next patch is going to be version 0.35. And it probably won't be on Steam until 1.0. That doesn't mean they're going to move up every decimal up to that point. Probably by about 0.4, they're just going to skip to 1. Actually, speaking of that, what convoluted version is Gems of War currently running on? We are currently on version 5.5.0R27446. It's just called 5.5, obviously, though. But it's always funny because they do like little mini patches, and it keeps affecting the other numbers. I always find it funny how long the version number technically is. Obviously, it's just called 5.5. But the full thing is 5.5.0R27446. This is the current version of Gems of War we're in. Yes, we're using Greed for 100 gold. It instantly caps our gold. That's the whole reason he is there. Well, also to do 5 damage. Or 10 damage, I mean. It's actually important that he's doing 10 damage, otherwise that will not be enough damage to kill. We do 15 damage if he didn't cast, but we do 25 when he does. Not because his ability does damage, but because anything casting does damage. So we gain max gold and do 10 damage to all enemies, and then we kill them with 15 damage. The natural 5 that Dust Devil has, and then another 10 from the 2 Ironhawks. So the Ironhawks basically do 20 damage plus the 5 from Dust Devil. But yeah, Greed is solely here for 2 reasons. One is it allows us to do 25 damage instead of 20, but also because it gives us max gold. If you click very quickly, barely even waste any time to cast the greed extra gold. And it gives quite a bit per hour, having greed compared to no greed. I believe it's a difference of almost 100,000 gold. Maybe not that much. That's quite a bit of gold. Because we're getting, like, with all of our bonuses, almost, I think, 300 gold per greed cast. Compared to not casting greed. Which we can kind of see right here. Let's see, we got 558. Let's see what happens if we don't cast greed. Oh, wait, we can't. I forgot. Actually, we still can. This is going to take a lot longer. Let's see, how much gold do we get if we don't cast greed? Because I forgot I can't cast greed to not cast greed. Means I gotta go get all the mana. So we hit like straight 5s earlier. If I had to guess, this is like 200 or 300? Why did you gain durability? Why must you be like this? Kill it with Ironhawk. I'm about to. The overkill is strong. And now it gave us 349. So that was about a 200 gold difference then from a single greed cast. So we win about 6 times per minute. 200 gold, that's 1,200 per minute. What's 1,200 times 6? So it's about 72,000 gold per hour is the difference between using greed compared to not using greed. So it's a little bit slower. So like 60 or 70,000 gold per hour is how much more gold you get for using a single greed compared to not using a greed. It is ever so slightly slower than the triple Ironhawk Dust Devil version. However, it gains approximately 60 to 70,000 more gold per hour, which is obviously a pretty decent handful of gold. It also makes it so we never have to deal with an annoying instance. For example, if a Gnome was to replace a Legend, this will kill it. But if we were running the one Dust Devil with 3 Ironhawks, it wouldn't kill it. How's the Gnome hunt going? Pretty bad tonight. We haven't been grinding too much yet. But last night was amazing. And overall this weekend it hasn't been bad. No really noteworthy drops yet tonight. There's a few keys here and there, a few gem keys, a few event keys. No epics, no vaults. Yep, no problem. Yeah, this team's been pretty good when it came out. When did Ironhawk come out? Wasn't that earlier this year? Oh yeah, it was earlier this year. It's actually probably the best myth that actually came out this year. Mostly because of this team. It basically changed what the quickest win in the entire game is. Drastically increasing the rate at which you can farm XP as well as farming gnomes. And obviously being able to farm gnomes quicker is pretty amazing, since they give resources that you normally can't farm. Directly, at least. Like keys, diamonds, vault keys, epic vault keys, orbs. Quite a few good drops. Or, you know, the orbs are specifically from the keys, not the gnomes themselves. That'd be cool if we got an orb gnome, however, that's almost never going to happen. Very doubtful. Or if it ever did, I'm pretty sure the drop rate would be like a 90% chance for green. And then a 10% chance for everything else. If they ever did have a orb gnome. It'd be like 80% green, 10% orange, all small ones. Like 5% for a random one. And then maybe somewhere's in there a major one, I'm not sure. But no, they'd probably never do an orb gnome. Valkyries pretty much are the orb gnome. Or, you know, the Cedric in the Valky. Because he actually has a relatively high rate of giving orbs. Orb shards. I don't think they would ever do orb shards. Though I do wish they would give more deed shards. That's something that they... 4 gem keys, that's actually not too bad. But I wish they would give more deed shards. Like, they already have a system where they could be giving us a really small amount of deeds constantly over time, yet they're not really utilizing it. I felt like they kind of dropped the ball in the same way on diamonds. Like the shards that you use for diamonds and jewels, I feel like they could utilize so much more. Similar to how, even though there are writs, which are basically just deed shards, they're not really implemented at all. Like you get a few from like barely anything. Like Arena gives you a really ridiculously small amount from the Arena events. And you get some occasionally on Adventure Board. And you can occasionally buy them for gems. But aside from that, they didn't really implement them anywhere. Because that'd be a good resource just to put a little small amount in, like everywhere. Or, you know, not literally everywhere, but you know. It's one of those resources that's enticing enough that you would always want it. But small enough that it wouldn't be that overpowered to constantly give out. But currently it did not. Who knows, maybe updated treasure maps will have it. That actually seems like a really good resource to put into treasure maps, writs. Those little deed shard things. Haha. Yeah, the Jewel Gnome is so bad. It's actually the worst gnome in the game. Glory Gnome is the best gnome in the game. Well, technically Pet Gnome as well. We're not counting Pet Gnome because it's kind of its own... It's kind of its own gnome as far as what it does, since it's quite a bit different than the other ones. But as far as like the normal gnomes, the Glory Gnome is the best and the Jewel Gnome is the worst. Pet Gnome's kind of in its own category. How about a Deed Gnome? That would be a very useful gnome. I'm not sure how many they would really give. Maybe like one random deed of a color, normally give a small amount of writs. Or maybe it'd even be entirely writs. I'm pretty sure it would have a 0% chance of giving a deed book though. We definitely need more ways to get deed books. But it's kind of a hard resource to hand out, because one single deed book is, at least in current game economy, as far as trying to obtain it, it's like 6,000 gems or something for a single deed book. Like, it is absurdly high, the value of a deed book, if you were to try to get it by other means. You know, by converting normal deeds into a deed book. The biggest issue with deed books is I feel like they made it cost too many deeds to make a deed book, which is something they can't really undo at this point. It seems like only 10 deeds should be a deed book. However, if I'm not mistaken, isn't it 50? I've never actually crafted one, because it requires so ridiculously high amount. But I'm pretty sure you need 50 deeds for a single deed book. Really feels like it should be 10. That's not. But yeah, it costs 50 deeds. The rest of the resources are pretty much nothing. But 50 deeds is a very high amount of deeds. Like, absurdly high. Which makes trying to craft them nearly pointless. Well, not completely pointless, but ridiculously hard to do. Hey, 1,000 glory. That's the best gnome drop that isn't a vault key. Or an epic vault key. Also, I hand out the first redeem code on the first vault key we get this stream. Which currently is 0. Hopefully we get one soon. A little unlucky. A cosmetic pet gnome. I'm not sure how they're going to re-implement cosmetic pets. I think they were kind of talking about maybe doing something about it. Who knows? Next patch does seem to be pretty gnome related. And gnomes tend to have pretty good drops. I hope whatever they do with the gnomes next patch doesn't nerf gnomes overall. We don't know all the details, but it seems like they're adding a bunch of new gnomes that'll be for a special mode. As well as possibly a Gnome Kingdom. The Vault Kingdom, finally. I'm pretty sure next patch is finally the patch we get our next kingdom. The Vault Kingdom. Hasn't been confirmed, but it is exceedingly likely if it was to ever come next patch. It won't act like a normal kingdom at all, though. Probably have a lot of special properties to it that are different than a normal kingdom. It might even be where you participate in the game mode if it's just a constant game mode rather than one that has an event. But I think it's one that specifically has an event. Who knows? We'll find out. We don't really know too much as far as specific details yet. That's why we're getting so many Celestials all of a sudden. Pretty sure that's like the 3rd or 4th Celestial we've seen. Well, some of the cosmetic pets roll back around. Like, what's the next holiday? I don't think there's any next month. But they have Independence Day pet, July 4th for America. They had an eagle 1 year. And I forget what the rest of them are. I think they've done like 2 or 3 pets for it. And they're likely to do another pet this year as well as bring back 1 or 2 of the older ones. That being said, let me actually go check. Because we should be able to see that far, as far as pets. I don't think we can as far as a few other things, but I think pets can see that far. Let's see. Nope, we cannot see that far yet. Nope. We can only see up to May 31st. 15 days from now, we're getting a... Oh, that's the campaign pet. I was like, wait, a Moon Flask campaign is like, oh, never mind. Oh, no, that's the campaign pet. What am I saying? Yeah, it's just the campaign pet. Really? No other pets up until then? Doesn't look like... Oh, no, June 30th. I didn't see that. My bad. June 30th is for... Oh, no. This is the one for U.S. Independence Day. Wait, what is this? Oh, the Liberty Bell. Ah, nice. Oh, yeah, never mind. Yeah, so around that time, we might end up getting some pet events for it. Before or after. But yeah, the Wednesday before July 4th. We're getting the Liberty Bell. Which I'm not sure how that's a pet. We're just getting the Liberty Bell. It's now a pet. The Liberty Bell pet. That's pretty funny. Let's see. Do we actually know if we're going to be getting any weekend pet events? Let me see. Look at the event spoilers. Control finds. Oh no, it's probably not going to be that far out. We can only see up to the 18th. So the easiest way to tell is look at all the pet rescues and see if any of them are on a Saturday. Oh, we do have one. Hold up. We're getting the, which one is this? Oh, the one that they gave out for COVID-19 for free last year. You'll be able to get that again on, if you didn't end up getting that last year. They have that on May 22nd. May 22nd. That's funny because I'll be fully vaccinated the Wednesday before then. But yeah, that's the only one we could see currently as far as Saturday pets. Or I should say Saturday cosmetic pets. Well, Saturday pets are always cosmetic pets. I don't think they have ever not been a cosmetic one. Normally they do it for past holidays and other special events for cosmetic pets that don't normally rotate around, including that one. Also, if I'm not mistaken, we have never actually had an event for that pet, so I believe this is actually the first time you can get it upgraded. Does anyone recall last year if we got an event for it? I'm pretty sure they just mailed a copy out to everyone. I don't think we had an event for it. I could be wrong. I do not recall. I don't recall much of anything last year. But I cannot recall if we had an event or not for it. I think they might have just mailed it. Pretty sure they only just mailed it. There's no event for it. What are your chances of a gnome spawning in a battle? About 1 in 15 during evolved events. Okay, yeah, I never did have an event. That's what I thought. Yeah, I just mailed a free copy to everyone. So it'll be the first time we could ever upgrade the The masked, whatever it's called. I forget the name of that animal. It's not a kangaroo. There's some other name for the thing. Yeah, the Supial. Masked Supial. I know. 'With nothing in it. 500 souls is basically nothing. Might as well just be nothing at that point. Especially if it was a 100 soul one. At least that's better than trait stones. And how useless they are in the game. You were gonna name the Bell Philly. I was like, hello, Mr. Jesse. You're welcome. Yeah, it's kind of weird when some of those cosmetic pets roll back around. Because even though they're in the game, sometimes when a pet rolls back around, it's actually the first time it's ever been maxable. Kind of like the marsupial in next Saturday. 1 week from today, actually. That was 1 week from today, right? May 22nd. Yep, that is 1 week from today. It'll be the first time it could ever be maxed. Because sometimes when they release a pet, they only ever give out one copy with no event attached to it. And that was one of those. Firecracker, Eagle, Burger, Mimic are the only July 4 pets. Wait, what do you mean by Mimic? Oh, the Burger Mimic. I know what you mean now. And then we get the Liberty Bell. Wait, was the Firecracker one? I thought the Firecracker was a New Year one, not a July 4th one. Or maybe I'm thinking of the weapon. Because there was a 2016 Cracker. Or, you know, a little, Firecracker. Burger Mimic McLovin, that's funny. I don't know, out of all the fast food places I've tried after not having fast food for a year, I do have to say, McDonald's was probably the most disappointing, except for the fries. The fries are still amazing. But everything that wasn't their fries, I was pretty disappointed. They have fallen off. Wasn't really anything too special. The fries are still great though. Tasset Burger, Tyree, and Shark Knife. Wait, have we never gotten a New Year's pet? I never even noticed that. Interesting. I know we've gotten New Year's emotes. We've also gotten a New Year weapon once before, only once. I haven't even noticed that. They don't do anything for New Year's, do they? Because, yeah, I was gone that one time, and we didn't end up getting anything that time. Because in 2019, I was gone for New Year's. And then they didn't do anything. Oh, gnome. The worst gnome, but a gnome nonetheless. It still counts. Though it counts for nothing. Hey, at least it's still one number towards pity. Though its loot is quite literally nothing. I still don't understand why they made Jewel Gnome so bad. It could have been a really good gnome if most of its drops were just diamonds. Or shards. But they made almost all of its drops the colored jewels. Which makes it exceedingly bad. The amount is also so ridiculously small compared to Pet Gnome. Tastic sandwich? No. Don't even start with the sandwiches again. But I did have a bologna sandwich earlier. Bologna, mayo, and lettuce. So we'll need to hand out that redeem code soon. I was gonna do it on our first Valky, but all the gnomes are hiding. I'll do it on a pity Valky too, though. I have no clue how far we are. We'd have to go clear out the pet. Which I guess we'll go do real quick just to see how far we are. Oh, we already got it. Okay, let's go hand it out now. There we go. We don't even need to check. I don't need to clear out the pet. Okay, we hit 6 pity keys. Yay. I'll go update the number. There we go. 661. Now, if only that was 666. Imagine 6 epic Valkies. That would be amazing. But anyways, I'm going to go into the code. That is a Valky. It's a pity key, but I'll take it at this point. The Valky nonetheless. Still the same loots. Pity Valky and a normal Valky are the exact same thing. As far as their drop table. They're no different. Valky's a Valky. Let me just get this code in here. Copy the whole thing. And here you guys go. Here's the redeem code. Use on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Oh, that's... There it is. There you guys go. Use on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever game says right over here is what we put in for your invite code. Redeem code is right over there in chat. Just copy paste the random numbers and letters starting with OG. And gives the same reward as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. There you guys go. That's funny. I also had hot dogs and beans earlier. I had hot dogs and beans for lunch, and then I just had a sandwich for dinner. I'm not sure you'd really call it dinner. I just wanted to make something really quick. Didn't feel like making anything else, so I just made a sandwich. Also, I ran out of cheese sauce, so I had to use a cheese dip. Like one of those nacho cheese dips. Normally I prefer using like an actual sauce, but I kind of ran out. Haven't gone food shopping for a while, I need to soon. I'm kind of waiting until next Wednesday because I'm already going to be out to get the shot anyways. So just to not have to go out 2 times, I'm just holding out on shopping until Wednesday. No need to make 2 trips. There's enough food to survive for 4 more days. You had tacos for dinner? Nice. I haven't had tacos for a while. Actually, when we had tacos for Taco Bell on stream, like a month ago, was the last time I had tacos. That's how long it has been. It has been that long since tacos. Hello, Bushka. Welcome. Oh no. Come on, normal Volky or Epic. Epic is also fine. Up. We got a key. Wrong key though. It's a single event key. Still a key though. Yeah, up. That could be a legend. Also, we're getting a new legend next week, by the way. If you don't have a lot of event keys, now's probably a good time to try stocking up on some. We've had like a billion new legends all of a sudden. I think the last 4 weeks we've had 3 new legends in event key drop table, which I'm pretty sure is the most they've ever added in such a short duration. But tomorrow we have another one. We have, didn't we have one this week as well? It was a really useless one, but we had one this week. We had one, I believe, 2 weeks ago. And we have another one next week. They're kind of just spamming them all of a sudden. We kind of haven't really had that many in the past, though. But they're all coming out of nowhere near the end of the season. Next one's actually really good, though. It's 50% mana start for dragons. I forget everything else that it does. But that's the only relevant part. It doesn't really matter what everything else is, though it would be helpful. That 50% dragon is the main thing that matters. You got 3 event keys at the same time, nice. Yeah, the normal gnome can drop 1 and 3. Cedric can drop 15. Plus 20%. When you do it in a normal vault key. Yeah, 1, 3, and 15 are the numbers you can get. 1 and 3 off a normal gnome, though that 3 I believe is a 4 if you have 20% on it. And you can get 15 plus 20% from the Cedric one, which I believe is 22 if I'm not mistaken. No, it's 17. I'm actually not sure how many it does. I haven't gotten it for a while. 20% more of 15 is 17 though, but I don't recall it being 17. I thought it was some other number. There was a complete log of taco places by me while I was in college, which is pretty annoying. There was like one small business one that had it that, I don't know, they were kind of underwhelming. There's also a good Mexican place that had it, but it wasn't quite the same. It was because the portions were like ridiculously small, but they were good. But I never had like an actual like chain or anything near me. It's kind of funny because whenever a new fast food place or anything would ever open in the area, it would always get so much business for a short duration of time. Like before I ended up leaving college, or leaving from there, after college, right before then, a White Castle ended up opening up, and they had, I'm pretty sure, like 20 people working when they would normally have like probably like 3. They had to get like 20 people at one point just because the line would literally curve completely around the building twice and then still have it on the side of the road. I think police even had to come at some times just because they needed to get the traffic away from the light, because there's like a light on the corner. And it kept blocking it because of how many people were trying to get into the White Castle. It's pretty funny. That only lasted for like a week or 2 though. Then it got like normal amounts of business. And then after like a month it got like almost no business. That's how they tend to go. I know the Burger King across the corner. Where I used to get off for the bus whenever I would take it to and from grocery shopping or to the college. I would always go there and there would be almost like no one there. It was a complete ghost town. It's very weird how like a new fast food place can come up. They get so much business and then nothing. At least in that area, anyways. Let's see, let's get it over. Why'd I even do that? That was kind of pointless going for the extra turn. Yeah, was anything good? Let me go double check the rest of its ability. I don't think it was. But the dragon we're getting does the following. I think this was the right one, right? Yeah, that's the one. It's pretty cool troop art. Let's see, what does it do? So we have Essentia, legendary dragon, Dragon's Claw. It's a dragon mystic. 14 mana cost, yellow blue. Summon 1 to 3 dragon spirits. If the enemy was already a wait. If there was already a dragon spirit in my team, explode 10 gems. Interesting. And obviously half mana starts all dragons. Has Lightstorm as well. What does Dragon Spirit do? Which I believe is this one, right? Yes. How good this troop is depends on how good the other troop is. Because it's pretty much required to use a Dragon Spirit on your team in first slot. So if this isn't good in first slot, it's not going to work. Dragon Spirit to Dragon Mystic as well, same typing. So you do get a bonus when using 3 or more, or you know, different ones, Dragon Spirits. It's a 12 mana cost, yellow purple, which means it's blocking on yellow. It deals magic plus 8 scatter damage. And then there's a mistyping 75% chance to enchant all allies. What on earth is that, though? That's pretty funny. I wonder if that's actually taken from the files. Oh, wait, is there a reference to something, though? That might be a reference to something. I didn't realize it's in this flavor text, too. What is that a reference to? But it has Arcane, which gives it extra magic per purple, which isn't really going to do much. Mana Shield, which is okay. And Spell Armor, which is okay. Interesting. It seems pretty bad. However, enchanting all allies is not awful. However, having to use this on your team just to be able to do a bunch of explosions, I don't know. Doesn't seem that good. You basically have to waste 2 slots just to get it rolling. I guess with one, or just running the 50% one and having the resummons could be okay. Maybe use like a flimsy dragon up front, have it die, it becomes a spirit, and then you're good to go. I don't know, no places by me in South Carolina ever really get too busy, other than Krispy Kremes on occasion. Oh, it might just be a broken text for an apostrophe. True. Because I know underscore can do that sometimes as well. When will Ironhawk be available in Forge? Well, the cycle is refreshing as of next week. So it could be next week, could be 3 months from now. but it is possible to be next week. Every mythic in the game could pretty much be next week, except for the Deo that just happened. But not counting that one, every mythic in the game could theoretically be next week. There's not a single one that is off the table. Literally, ones that are available this week can be available next week. It's very rare that you get 2 in a row. But with how it's set up right now, it is actually possible that a mythic we just had this week will be available next week as well. Essentially, any mythic in the entire game can be next week, because it's the end of the cycle for the current mythic cycle. So we have absolutely no clue what it will be. It could be literally anything. It could even be Mother of Darkness again, or Ketris. So we still haven't gotten a single normal Volky, have we, this stream? There's an easy way to tell. We had 266 starting keys. If we have 272, we have gotten 0 keys. Yep, 272. We have gotten 0 keys this stream, not counting pity. Very unlucky. Nothing like last night. 2 Volkies in the epic. There are those unlucky hours. Luckily, I should have some time during the day to farm off stream before we do the stream tomorrow night. So hopefully we'll be able to make that number a little bit better. It's technically only about the halfway point right now. Well, technically slightly past the halfway point. But we still have 1 day and 6 hours or so. Still like 30 hours left. Pretty much half the event's still in their play. And most people would be done by the world event by now. There's no time needs to be used on that as well. It's always good that they make sure pretty much no other events really coincide with it. It'd be really annoying if there was like a guild war coinciding with a vault event or something similar. Because you'd have to take the time out of the way for guild wars, which has a 0% chance of giving gnomes. I think it has happened a couple times, but in recent history, it has never happened in like the last 1.5 years, 2 years. Because they made sure that would never coincide anymore. Kind of like how they also made sure that a Saturday pet will never coincide with the vault event. Because that means that Saturday you would not be able to get any gnomes the entire time. Or not, we wouldn't be able to get any pets active the entire time. Because the 24-hour pet would force it to not give pets. I think that happened once, and there was so much backlash that they kind of had to. Because normally quite a few guilds would get 24 pets that day, and they only got 1. 1 single pets. These vault events is generally when you get a good majority of your pet grinded. Just because it's a lot easier to perpetually have a pet active every hour. Yeah, does anyone have any other questions? Anything you want me to go over, do let me know. We'll make sure to do so. But yeah, gnomes are not nice to us tonight. I was hoping for at least 1 vault key, not counting pity. What'd be really sad is if we hit the 7th pity key while still only having 6 vault keys. That's when you know you're really behind on luck. Do you keep the stat gain for the relic forever? No, they only last for the entirety of the campaign. Tomorrow is actually the last day you'll have it. As long as the Vault event lasts for is actually how long the rest of the stats for the campaign will last for. But no, they go away in 30 hours, same as the Vault event. They both last for exactly 30 more hours until Monday reset time. But no, the stats go away. Obviously, you get to keep all the troops and everything else you got throughout. And any other resources. But no, the stats are temporary for the duration of the campaign. And then you get a new set of stats each campaign. The stats can be obtained for free, though. They're on the free side of the campaign pass thingy. And normally one of the better things on the free side, not counting the deed books. Since it definitely gives a pretty decent handful of stats. Like right now we're getting like 12 attack, 15 armor or something, some HP, 4 magic. Though of course we're not using a single one of those stats with this team. Glory no? Anything good? Yes, finally! Okay. We at least got one Volkey. Unfortunately, it was on a Glory Gnome. But, mostly because Glory Gnome has such amazing drops that getting a Volk... It's actually possible. A Glory Gnome has such good drops that it is actually possible that 1000 Glory is a better drop than a Volkey on some instances. Overall, it is generally still better to get a Volkey. However, if you were to open all of your Glory keys from it, and you were to open a Volkey, there is a good chance that you would actually get better loot from the 1000 Glory than you would from a Volkey. Not always. The Volkey's still technically worth more overall, as far as his potential value. But it is theoretically possible to get better value from 1000 Glory, which is, of course, one of Glory Gnome's drops. Hello, Darth Chemist. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Andre, if I didn't already say hi. As well as Hong Pin. Let's see. And I read up to that point. If anyone else has any other questions, do let me know. I think we'll stop after the next gnome. Call it a night for now. Especially since we got our Volkey. I was gonna say earlier, though I didn't end up saying it, that we'll go farm until we get a Volkey. The only good reason I didn't want to say it is because if you get super unlucky, you can go like 2 or 3 hours without a Volkey. But we did get our Volkey, which is the main thing I wanted to get. Obviously, that's what we're farming for. That is the loot we're looking for, and epic Volkeys. That is kind of the reason why we're doing this. Though, of course, normal gnome drops can still be good, though. But, of course, the main thing you're looking for are Volkeys. So much so, we always keep track of how many we get, just for the fun of it. Which, currently, we're at 14, counting Pity. If any of you still have time in the next day, definitely a great time to be grinding. Hello, fans! Welcome. So farming with Judge, what's that other troop? Phylactery and Leprechaun? Because you don't have Raw. Oh, okay, that's what that was. Is there something better? Azarus. I have no clue what that 1G troop is. But Azarus has purple Link and 50% Necromancy. So you'd probably want to use that behind the Phylactery if you do Azarus instead. Thank you for that, Chemist. Greatly appreciate it. Where's that final gnome? Can we get anything good from him? Or her. There we go. It's a droll gnome. I don't have high expectations. Nope. Nope. Very unfortunate. Unless it drops a Volkey or an epic Volkey, there's nothing of value there. Hey, 20 gems though. From Tribute. Oh, yeah, that's just our Volkeys. Gosh, how many times I'm pretty sure on the average Vault event, I probably clicked the mail 30 times, thinking that this blinking means something that isn't this. like, you know, something under this tab. But it always gets me because it keeps blinking until you claim your pity keys, which I always make sure not to claim because it's really easy to tell how many pities you still need. You can check by looking at your pity timer thingy and then doing the math. However, there's a much easier way. If you don't claim any of your pity keys, you can literally just look at what number is here. And, well, we got 6 pity keys. Makes it very quick to check. Anyways, guys, I'm going to call it a night. We'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We might go for a little bit longer tomorrow night, too. Want to get that last little bit of grinding. Hopefully end up hitting 20 between a little bit we do off stream and tomorrow night. That would be ideal. No, not too big a deal if we don't. But obviously, we want to grind more than we have now and get those shiny loots. But yeah, if you have the time next day, definitely a good time to be grinding. Best time to be grinding in Gems of War. Every 6 weeks for that weekend when the Vault event occurs. And that is, of course, right now for the next day. But we'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 1 hour prior to now at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be going over all the weekly spoilers. We'll be doing a bunch of vault grinding, and we'll go from there. Keep in mind, tomorrow is the last day to complete out Season 4 of Gems of War, so if you still want to do anything out of the pass, make sure to do so, as it'll be the last time to do so until it's done. Then we'll have a week of Tower of Doom. I believe it's Yellow Tower of Doom next week. And then after that, we'll have Season 5, which will bring in that new lycanthropy effect, which will be very annoying. It might actually be one of the worst seasons we're ever going to have. I'm pretty sure the power gems will be quite a bit better for other seasons. However, I do have a strong feeling in the lycanthropy effect will be the most annoying thing that has ever existed. So we'll see what happens next season. But it seems like we're going to get a cool special gem every single time. However, lycanthropy gem is a pretty bad start. Since it's probably notoriously going to be the most hated gem ever in the existence of this game. Because I highly doubt the rest of them will be that bad. They have some pretty interesting ideas for them. The biggest issue with lycanthropy, assuming that it just applies a random lycanthropy effect, is of course its extremely high randomness of the fact of it converting something into a beast, which just makes the team clunky and is just very annoying. But we'll see exactly how it pans out. We still don't know technically what it will do. I'm just kind of assuming it'll apply lycanthropy to a random enemy. But it might do something else, so that's pretty obviously what it will likely do. But who knows, it might do something else. Anyways, that'd be really annoying if it immediately turned something into a beast, though I highly doubt that, though. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much for stopping by. Enjoy your weekend. Best of luck with the grind, and I'll catch you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone.